Hello there.
I'd just like to start off this reaction by saying thank you guys for our 7,000 subscribers. We actually hit 7,000 subscribers while doing the Better Call Saul midway stream on Sunday. It was absolutely amazing. And I know you guys probably... Really? Really? Now we're starting construction while I'm doing the thank you message? I'm gonna leave this in anyway. If you hear construction noise, it's the hood, baby. There's a freaking new site being built here. Some guy thinks it's okay to build a mansion across the road when there's only a husband and wife living there. I guess enjoy your retirement money. But okay. Anyway, I'd just like to say thank you for 7,000 subscribers. I know you guys probably watch other reactors that have way more subscribers, but I am truly grateful for the little community we have created here. So if you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, turn on the notifications, do whatever it is so you don't miss another stream or reaction. But yeah, my name is Elie Moses, a 23-year-old law and film student here from Sydney, Australia, shooting a shot, baby. And today, we are up to episode 2 of Better Call Saul Season 4. We are watching this fantastic series for the first time, and I am enjoying it. I am having an absolute blast. I'm going to waste no more time now because of that stupid guy ruining the intro, or... You know what? All women can work in construction as well. So, yeah, they ruined the intro, but I'm going to keep it in because we are genuine. So, yeah, let's get into the reaction. This is episode 2 titled Breathe. Let's smash this thing. Let's go. Apologies if you can hear background noise while I'm doing the reaction now as well because of the construction going on. Damn, that's some Jurassic vibes right there. Jurassic vibes? I mean Jurassic Park vibes right there with the T-Rex, with the pupils dilating. I almost was about to say, is this a flashback sequence because of that blue color grading we're usually assumed with. We assume with the flashback sequences, but no.
He's no longer in a coma, but he's unresponsive. His condition is stable. They're managing his blood pressure. But whether he will wake up and understand what's going on around him, there's no way of knowing.
That's unacceptable.
Gustavo, he's getting very good care here. There's very little even the best hospitals could do. But in the end, I can think of no better judgment on this man.
I think Gus can.
Isn't this what he deserves?
I decide what he deserves.
I think Walt ended up what he
No one
deserves.
else.
Full-on intense discussion between Gus and Doctor right there, and then we just go back to the Better Call Saul intro. Lawyer up, baby. It's all good, man.
Oh, Thai or Mexican? I'm gonna pick up dinner on the way back.
Oh, either. Your choice.
And what a choice it shall be.
Yeah. Okay, Jimmy, wait, you're not going to that meeting?
Nah, if there's anything important, Howard knows how to find me.
Obviously, every individual has different ways of dealing with death and someone passing, but is this the day after Howard was over and revealed what happened with Chuck in terms of the retirement thing, and then you saw Jimmy change his entire demeanor? Is this the day after this episode? But I'm not too sure if it is because he set up all these interviews, so maybe a couple days has passed or even weeks. And especially with them checking in on Hector Salamanca as well, because I was about to say, some people process death by trying to be a bit, you know, more uplifting and bring all this energy and things like that, and trying to carry on with their lives differently. But I've seen some people as well be completely dumbed down for weeks, months, even years. Like they never get over it. But I feel like Jimmy is I'm not too sure, like, because you saw his reaction once the burden was sort of like shifted from him and like alleviated for him. He was carrying this thing, and then Howard just said, oh, he's talked about the whole retirement thing. He's like, oh, okay, I'm done. So that relationship was entirely sour with the brothers, and I love your guys' comments about it. Like there was so many comments discussing how complex it is, where sort of Chuck's hatred stemmed from Jimmy, you know, as children as well, because of the parents' favoritism and things like that, and then the law things just only added to that. But yeah, I'm interested to see. I feel like Jimmy genuinely showed love for his brother, but I feel like he's scarred deep down forever, but he's using this energy, jobs, and moving on as a means of like dealing with it, to have something to do. Dividing the money exactly like Hector.
Puedes quedarte con eso. Nadie viene por él.
I love how they have Nacho in this scene as sort of like a shadowy outline. And just as I say that.
One was a real big seller for Neff. Really put us on the map.
That's a 6500 color copier. That's a war horse. I mean, did you ever see the guts of this beast? It takes 15 seconds to get a printout. I worked with one back in Chicago.
That machine was almost too good. Counterfeiters used it to make phony $5 bills.
What?
Yeah.
That's not right.
That's an opportunity.
over there. You got a lot of hardware over here.
Yes, Mr. Neff loves sponsoring the kids.
Bowling, that's fun.
We had a pretty good run in the 90s, but we don't find kids much interested anymore.
Yeah, this generation is all hacky sack and video games.
Ain't that the truth?
And nothing wrong with it.
Hummels.
Yes.
Oh,
Those
Alpine
were
Shepherd
Almas.
boy.
She loved collecting the little things. God rest her soul.
Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. They're old copiers to your top-of-the-line new ones.
Oh, you think you have the chops? It's a lot harder than it sounds.
Yeah, I feel like he can do it.
Crack at it. I've been told stubbornness and persuasiveness are two of my top qualities.
I have to say, Jimmy does know his way around a copier.
No kidding. Well,
He's been barred? Is that what he... Oh, a criminal
says
record as
here,
well.
You were a lawyer
Whoa.
up until not that long ago. What changed?
Well, you know why God made snakes before he made lawyers? He needed the practice.
I needed the practice.
Yeah.
Right? And that's pretty much the only lawyer joke I know, because all the others are true stories. Look, I know you're looking for somebody with sales experience, and I don't have any, except being a lawyer. Look, being a lawyer, my job was sales. I was selling to judges, I was selling to juries. Sometimes I was selling to clients to take the best deal from a series of bad options, but every hour of every day, I was convincing, persuading, I was selling.
I hear what you're saying.
That's a good way to put it.
You know, we have a lot of high-ticket items and a clientele primed to say no.
Well, my spirit animal is a Gila monster. Once I latch on, I don't let go.
I like it. I like it. Well, you make a lot of excellent points, Jimmy. I can see why Henry wanted me to meet you.
Well, thank you for coming down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Aw.
Anytime.
Yeah, we're gonna put our heads together, have a decision in, say, about a week or so.
I'll let you know then.
Thank you very much.
You bet. Great.
They're going to have that decision as soon as the door shuts. What's with the obsession with printing machines in the show? So many times.
But what are the chances one of them's going to come walking through that door in the next week? And is it worth the wait? Maybe. Maybe. But I can tell you this. None of them will have the connection to your machines that I do. None. I worked in the mailroom. I know how important the copy machine is. Deadlines, last-minute changes. And I was in there. I was clearing paper jams. I was cleaning ink off gears and rollers, trying to figure out where the mystery streaks were coming from. I was down on my hands
In the war room.
with my tie over my shoulder and ink-stained hands and a line of assistants out the door. And they're all worried that they're going to lose their job if they don't get their document in the next 5 minutes. I know better than anyone that the copier, it's the beating heart of any business. It goes down, it causes delays, that is lost money, that is frustrated employees, that's a negative work environment, that's a business on life support.
He's
But
selling
you
himself
plug
here
one of
really
the
well.
New machines into the system, that is a healthy, strong heartbeat. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. That is a healthy business. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. That is a successful business. And that's what we're selling.
Just 1 minute.
Let him go on a free trial for a week. This show's gonna make this show's gonna make photocopiers so entertaining.
Jimmy, welcome to the team.
Woo!
Really?
Damn right.
Congrats. We'll get you set up with Audrey in HR, fill out your paperwork, and hopefully you'll be all set by the end of the day.
So just like that, huh?
Yep, why wait when we could get you rolling?
You were gonna take some time though and consider your options, but I just come in and did that little song and dance and I'm in.
Yeah, right. That's right.
Are you out of your mind? You don't know me. I just came in off the street. You guys are like a couple of cats. I come in, wave a shiny object around you, like, I want that. No due diligence, no background check. No, just hire the guy that says them fancy words. Yeah, I could be a serial killer. I could be a guy who pees in your coffee pot. I could be both.
Chicago sunroof.
So you're not taking the job?
No, I'm not taking the job. Suckers. I feel sorry for you.
What did he do?
Great. I mean, I could be there in 20 minutes. James McGill. Ellen, okay, wonderful. Well, thank you, Ellen. I'll see you soon.
So he's trying to test the integrity of the individuals hiring as well. But I feel like that was such a dog move the way he treated them. I know the background checks thing seemed legitimate, but I guess him reading his resume and report wasn't enough. So yeah, due diligence, yeah, it does make sense, but...
Papa! Look how high I can go.
Yeah, that's good. You be careful.
They really did a number when I saw that scene.
Yeah. All right, baby. Time to get you back to your mama.
5 more minutes?
Oh, honey, come on.
Please.
5 minutes. You're on the clock.
Thank you.
You mean 56 seconds or whatever Kaylee gets with her screen time?
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Madrigal Electromotive.
Straight down the hall, this into your room on your left.
Thank you.
This is unique. This looks like the set design in Blade. The third act. Blade 1 or 2, I can't remember. Had that similar color palette.
Oh, good. Take a seat.
I feel like Lydia sounds sick.
You didn't come all this way just for me.
I frequently travel to conference with distributors. Albuquerque is one of many stops.
Okay.
I'm just looking for an explanation. You steal an employee's badge, waltz through my warehouse, interfere with operations, and strong-arm my facility manager. Why?
I'm on your books as a security consultant. If I show my face in your warehouse, it makes for a better cover story. Anyone ever asked if I was there? I was. Plus, you had a few things that needed correcting, so consider it a bonus.
That's not the point. This is meant to be a paper transaction. You sit at home, and we pay you. Your own money. Doing what you did, the way you did it, raises the threat of exposure.
The way I see it, it lowers the threat. Like I said, now there's a face to the name that cashes the check.
So, what's your plan then?
Madrigal has 8 terminals in the Southwest. 1 down, 7 to go.
And if I asked you to reconsider?
I'd ask you to do the same.
He's helping you out, technically. Like, he's improving your security and your workers. He's a security consultant. He's on the books. I'm obsessed with the painting in the background because I feel like there's another one behind Mike that's like
You have Gus Fring's respect.
flipped horizontally.
I'd want to keep that if I were you.
Like it's the same painting but flipped. Is it? Nah, it's a different one. But I feel like they go hand in hand one another. Imagine being a doctor. I'd have these 2 men rock up with.
Oh, hi. Sorry to interrupt. Dr. Dissett, this is Dr. Maureen Bruckner. Just arrived this morning.
Nice to meet you. Hello.
Dr. Bruckner?
Dr. Bruckner's visiting from Johns Hopkins.
Okay, well, our staff can help with the database whenever you're ready to pull records, but I'm available anytime if you have any questions.
Thank you. Again, I don't want to step on toes. We can co-manage care if you like. We can...
No. He's all yours.
Thank you.
Good luck.
She not even phased by those 2 men.
Okay.
She have a history.
Well, I will let you get to it then. Let us know if there's anything you need, anything at all.
Absolutely. Thank you. Are you the family? ¿Ustedes son familia?
Told you she have history.
Sí,
Hijos.
nuestro tío.
Quiero decirles que su tío está recibiendo excelente atención aquí en la Place. Pero vamos a intentar algo un poco diferente. Miren, cuando el cerebro se daña por un derrame cerebral, esas partes no se pueden reparar. Nuestro trabajo es estimular esas mismas partes para que puedan reconectarse. Vamos a empezar aquí, con las piernas.
Oh, so that's why he cut up the legs or did an incision on them.
Mientras tanto, les pido que le hablen a Héctor. Hay la probabilidad que en cierto nivel él puede oírlos. Cuanto más le hablen, más se activará su cerebro para recordar y encontrar caminos para reconectarse. ¿Vale?
Maybe
Bueno,
maybe
vamos a hacer todo
Gus
lo posible para ayudar a su tío.
maybe Gus should speak to him to
Mucho
stimulate his
gusto
brain.
conocerlos.
Gus would give him the speech of all time speeches and wake his ass up. He'll be like, I'm gonna do terrible things to you. Like literally, he's just gonna be like, you do not deserve this. Wake up. I'm gonna do worse. This is the easy way. I get Gus to say it. Listen, if I worked in a hospital and I saw these 2 men rock up like this, I am handing in my resignation right that minute. I have seen The Dark Knight. I have seen what happens to hospitals, okay? I am not getting involved in any criminal activity in a hospital. I'm handing in my resignation letter and I'm going to work at the local medical center. I do not care. I'm handing in my resignation if I see these 2 men rock up. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Se ve bien, don Héctor. Muy bien. Los doctores lo van a mejorar.
I love how Nacho keeps glancing over to the twins.
Sí. Va a superar esto. Y estar más fuerte que nunca.
That took some muscle to say. I love how in that scene sort of you had that medium shot angled from Hector's bed right there. And even though I feel like it's probably the height difference, I love how in that scene Nacho and the other individual, they were sort of dwarfed by the twins. They looked smaller. I know it's probably like a size and height difference, but I feel like the camera angle made them look smaller than they were in that scene. Like, even though the twins didn't say much, they were the ones doing the talking. And Nacho and the other individual were sort of the pawns right there. And Nacho was sort of regulated to a position where he didn't want to do the things he had to do in that scene right there, and he's still kind of scared. He's not off the hook yet, and I just love that sort of shot that held there, that medium shot of all four of them in frame. And like I said, it's again the micro expressions and mannerisms in this show where one certain person will be speaking, but at the same time I'm paying attention to everyone else in that scene as well, to see who they're looking at, who they're making eye contact with as well. And that's a testament as well to the directing. It's fantastic directing and making sure everyone understands their role well and understands sort of like the broader story and what's happening. Los pollos amanos.
Assume this is a secure line.
I spoke with your security contractor.
Security.
I explained the situation again, but he's going to keep doing what he's doing.
I understand.
But what he's doing makes no sense.
Do his reasons matter?
They do if he's unreliable.
He is reliable.
So I'm just supposed to let him keep stealing my employees' badges. I don't know where he's going to turn up next.
He's an employee.
What corruption is going to cause, what mess I'm going to have to clean up. This isn't something I want to spend my time worrying about.
Then I suggest you give the man a badge.
I'm telling you, Gus should go speak to him himself.
You want me back at the hospital?
No.
I'll do it myself.
Call Victor. Have him meet us.
That is so satisfying to watch. Great commentary there, Ellie, but I'm just saying.
Just a few more. I know Chuck was thorough, but even I didn't think there was going to be this much paperwork.
Having worked with him as long as I did, I was actually pleasantly surprised by his restraint.
This is the agreement for the transfer of property as
Oh,
discussed.
the will. The will.
You can initial here.
In any event, we thought since Rebecca was still in town, better to talk through the estate in person.
Sure.
Chuck left the house to Rebecca, and as executor, I'll be liquidating the property.
Howard suggested, and of course I agree, that it would be the right thing for Jimmy to go through whatever survived and take whatever he wants. I mean, anything with sentimental value.
We can set up a time. The estate can provide a truck and storage for anything he chooses to keep.
That's okay. Jimmy doesn't want any of it.
You sure? I think the garage is pretty intact, except for some water damage.
He doesn't want it. Thank you.
Okay, I understand. Well then, as far as Jimmy's concerned, all that's left is for him to sign this agreement letter. Once that's done, we can disperse his share of the estate.
Let me guess. 4,000?
5.
That's his share of the estate?
It's what you give when you want to cut someone out of a will but not have it contested. Just enough money to show the recipient wasn't forgotten.
Chuck also left a substantial endowment for a scholarship for deserving youth. I was hoping Jimmy would agree to serve on the board.
I'll let him know. What else?
Well, Chuck left Jimmy a personal letter.
Oh.
His eyes only.
Oh, drop the tea. Drop the tea. Come on, give me the sauce. Give me the sauce.
Howard, thank you for everything that you've done. I know it's been difficult,
It's hard on all of us.
Now,
well, I don't want to keep you. Let me walk you out.
Actually, Howard, we have a few more things to discuss.
Kim, please give Jimmy my best.
I will.
Yo,
It was very nice seeing you, Rebecca.
All I'm gonna say is that Rebecca's next violin concerts, they're gonna pop off. She gonna show so much emotion in them. Now, quick observation right here. Now I reckon Jimmy contesting the will potentially will be a different angle, or actually will be a very interesting angle if the show decides to adopt it and go with it. But maybe he doesn't care enough to even contest the will at this point. But it'd be a very interesting angle if the show decides to adopt it. But I like how, I don't know how it works in the US, but I just did the will subject at uni. A very simple, basic understanding of it. But like obviously with the principle of survivorship, if you're married at the time, if you own the property as joint tenants or you own a property solely, upon the time of your death, that straight away transfers to, I think, like your next in kin or like your wife. Straight away she gets it, because if you own it as joint tenants or you own the property solely, no, if you own the property as joint tenants, you cannot include that in a will. But if you own it as tenants in common, you can include your share of the will, and basically decide or dictate whoever you want to transfer it to. But it seems at this stage Rebecca was probably left the majority of the estate, and Jimmy was probably left any items of personal property and things like that, and obviously the 5,000. But I guess the 5,000 is going to mean nothing if Jimmy contests the will, and Jimmy probably has a fair claim to contest the majority of the estate in terms of like being the primary caregiver for the last few years, being his brother his entire life, and it's going to be interesting to see if Rebecca gets involved again with that contesting of the will, but if they do go down that angle.
What were you thinking?
About?
The retirement?
What were you thinking when you came to Jimmy on the day of his brother's funeral and laid that shit on him? That Chuck killed himself? What's wrong with you?
I thought I owed it to Jimmy to tell him.
Owed it to him? Did you owe it to Rebecca? You tell her your theory? That Chuck intentionally set himself on fire? I guess not. I guess you just saved that one for Jimmy.
Kim, I didn't do it to hurt Jimmy.
No, you did it to make yourself feel better.
That's not what I was trying to do.
To make yourself feel better by unloading your guilt. Who cares what it does to Jimmy, right? As long as Howard Hamlin is okay.
Kim, I don't think that's fair.
Fair? Let's talk about fair. Hey, let's let Jimmy dig around the fire-damaged wreck where his brother died screaming. And then let's let him pick up a keepsake or two. That is so fair. And did I hear you right? You want him to serve on the board of a scholarship committee? A scholarship that Chuck never in a million years would have given to Jimmy. Never. It is just, oh, what's this too, huh, Howard? What's in this? One last screw you, little brother, from beyond the grave? Am I really supposed to do this to him?
All right, Kim. What can I do to make it better?
Nothing. There is nothing you can do. Just stay away.
Yo, Howard's secretary is going to have a field day right there with all the gossip he's going to tell the staff. Man, like, why? Like, the character writing in this show is so well, because during that scene right there with Kim absolutely killing it, I kind of felt bad for Howard at the same time, because I feel like he genuinely... I feel like he owed it to Jimmy to tell him what he thought, and I know it was the wrong time, but we saw Jimmy's reaction to it as well. Howard poured his heart out, and he genuinely meant it, and obviously, Howard doesn't have a knack for, I guess, how do I explain it? Like, I think sometimes genuinely Howard means well, but the way he goes about it, sometimes there's other options that are better, and he doesn't choose the right one. But yeah, Kim is obviously really, really standing up for Jimmy right there, but he's just telling her. I feel like he's telling her what he would have told Jimmy because Jimmy's not there, and he wants her to pass on that message. But then Kim obviously went. Oh, I understand both sides, if that makes sense. Like, this show does a really fantastic job at making you understand both sides, and there's arguments for and against for both. There's no out and out right or wrong here. Like, I feel like Kim. Like, Howard's just doing what he needs to do. Obviously, Howard's had even a longer relationship with Chuck because he mentored him, he brought him up, and there's that personal connection as well with his father. But just trying to think here. Like, what is he gonna do? Is he just gonna hold those letters forever? He's doing what he needs to do legally. His brother's left him those letters, and he's gonna have to pass them on to him, whether he likes it or not. And it just happened Kim was there on his behalf instead of Jimmy. But he's just reiterating to Kim what was left in the will as well, like what Jimmy's entitled to. He's just doing his legal occupation, like his legal due diligence, I guess, right there. But oh man, because initially I was like, Kim, what the heck are you doing? Like, I feel like Kim and Jimmy's actions this episode have been very, very interesting. But I understand where she's coming from in terms of defending Jimmy, but I feel like her accusations on Howard weren't entirely right there. To stay away, and if anything, I feel like Howard has more of a personal connection to Chuck than Kim ever did. But yeah, like, I think Howard genuinely means well, unless I'm completely wrong. Sorry for rambling on right there. I'm just trying to gather my thoughts. It's just like, it's hard in the moment sometimes, especially when there's a massive rant like that. And two characters are going at it.
I hope you're hungry. I bought way too much food.
Yeah, I can always eat.
The other is showing Jaws 3 with commercials. So
Jaws 3 with commercials. Jaws 3 with commercials. Come on.
Jaws 3D, to be exact.
Yes, exact, actually.
But Cagney wins this one.
Hey, Jaws 3 is a guilty pleasure of mine. I'm sorry to say.
Unless you want me to pour you something a little less non-alcoholic.
No, I'm good with that. Wow, this was a pretty good first day. You know somebody's going to be lucky to get you.
I mean, you've secured him.
Yeah, how was your day?
Fun.
Just mostly stayed here.
And movie's about to start. So, where is the remote?
That letter's gonna be like the tape recorder. I feel like Jimmy's gonna find out one way or another if Kim does not tell him. And that's gonna be an interesting conversation between these two. Yo, sex with a broken arm? Chill. Yo, that fish getting the Jaws 3D experience of that sex right there. Shout out the goldfish. Can we name the goldfish? Someone name the goldfish.
I'm not available at the moment. Leave a message.
Hey, it's me. Listen, I got something for you. It's a job. I think you're really gonna like this. So, call me.
Don't tell me he's gonna tell him to steal one of those figures.
You gonna back me up or what?
Yeah.
I really have enjoyed the pacing of this episode. Like, I know it's 45 minutes, like a little bit shorter than the rest, but absolutely flown by.
Where's the rest?
Oh boy.
I only see 5.
It's a one-time only.
Not the way we see it. That's the way it is.
I love how Victor glanced at
Salamanca's
Nacho right there.
get 6.
Because he's been obviously
without
keeping
6.
tabs on him.
go? You heard him.
Nacho has to keep this up. That's the problem.
Put it away. Do you really want to do this?
Well, I know who making it out if there's a shootout anyway, so.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
This guy's getting capped, 100%.
That's how you do it. We had them pissing their pants.
Oh, you can see the shadows of the other men walking by as well. Oh, no, okay. He's not getting capped. He's getting choked out. Okay. Now, I want to see that again. I love... Right there, you can see the shadows on the left-hand side as well.
That's how you do it. We had them pissing their pants.
Look, see? Through the trucks right there.
The Salamancas, they do not. Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's worse than getting capped. I swear.
From now on, you are mine.
I know he wanted out of the game, but he's very lucky. Very lucky Nacho to beat Gus's right there. Wow. Wow. I love how they portrayed Gus in a similar shot in the beginning of the episode right there. In the hospital parking lot, sort of like as this shadowy single figure right there. And it was the same sort of angled, extreme long shot, depicting him sort of in the distance at the hospital. I gotta try and figure if I can find it somewhere here. It was through the windows as well of him being in the hospital, or like somehow in the parking lot just watching and overseeing everything. And then at the end there was that similar shot again recreated, of him walking in the distance as well, and being that sort of, although he wasn't alone, he was alone in his own way towards the right hand side of the screen, walking off as this single shadowy figure. And I love that. I love the tie-in again to the start of the episode, and sort of like we're gonna end it in a similar fashion as well. Like we began with Gus sort of running things, and then we ended with him being the one dictating everything and dictating what's happening in with the cartel sort of things. Yeah, fantastic. I gotta try and find that shot again at the beginning of the episode, but I think you guys know which one I'm talking about. I don't want to waste any more of your time, but yeah, that was yet again a fantastic episode of Better Call Saul. Again, the character interactions are absolutely fantastic. There's obviously the more dramatical side of things and more heartfelt side of things with Kim and Jimmy, the whole sort of aftermath of Chuck's death, but then we have the complete dark, sinister tonal shift with the whole cartel side of things, and everything is delivered with such a menacing tone, and it's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, that was a fantastic episode yet again. And like I said, I'm enjoying this show a lot, and maybe because it's the characters we know and love from Breaking Bad getting more screen time as well, that elevates this show for me, and I feel like it elevates it beyond Breaking Bad, because I just feel like the relationships themselves, the character interactions, although they were fantastic in Breaking Bad at times, sometimes, like, obviously we know Emmy-worthy interactions and Emmy-worthy performances, I just find myself liking these ones a bit more for some reason. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy my reaction. As always, been your boy Elie Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace.